player linked to Arsenal is now represented by the same agent as Kai Havertz, which could boost the club's interests in this transfer window. Meanwhile, Edu Gaspar has finally convinced a 22-year-old player to sign a contract with Arsenal and is on the verge of finalizing the deal in the coming days. Hey guys! Welcome back to the Arsenal News channel. As usual, we're here to bring you the latest updates and keep you informed on all things Gunners. Arsenal have been linked with dynamic Everton midfielder Amadou Onana, and this could be a story to watch closely this summer. According to Charles Watts, Onana, despite his inconsistency at Goodison Park, showed moments of brilliance. The Belgium international, aged just 22, has impressed many with his performances, making him an intriguing prospect at a reported price of £50 million. Watts noted that Onana is not yet the most polished player, but his age, early success in the Premier League and experience at Lille in League One make him a potential gem on the market. Arsenal's need for reinforcement in midfield is clear, especially with Thomas Partey's recurring injuries and advancing age. Reflecting on the saga, Watts mentioned, Amadou Onana has been consistently linked with Arsenal over the past year. There were strong reports in January about advanced negotiations, although I was always told that nothing was close at that stage. It remains to be seen whether that changes this summer, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Arsenal are in the market for at least one midfielder, and Onana is among the players being monitored. Watts recalls Onana's performance against Arsenal last year, saying, "It was Sean Dyche's first game in charge and Onana was absolutely exceptional. He was everywhere, strong, physical, covering box to box, beating tackles, and taking Everton forward was one of the best midfield performances I've ever seen." However, according to Watts, Onana would be a work in progress, requiring development from Mikel Arteta and his coaching staff to consistently bring out his best. Mikel Arteta and sporting director Edu are working hard to identify and select targets during the off-season. With the transfer window open, business is expected to move quickly across the Premier League and Arsenal cannot be left behind. It appears that one club has jumped ahead in the race to sign a highly rated wonder boy. Renowned transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has revealed that a European club is set to offer £12.6 million for a Barcelona player Arsenal have their eye on. Barcelona defender Mikhail Faye, 19, has been linked with Arsenal in recent weeks, with reports suggesting contact between the two parties. However, it now appears that Porto have moved ahead of the Gunners in their pursuit of Faye. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Portuguese giants are preparing an offer and will meet with Barcelona to discuss the deal. Barcelona are interested in including a buyback clause for Faye, which could be complicating Arsenal's interest. Arteta will probably not want to sign a player who can join temporarily due to the buyback clause. Instead, he could be considering a bid for Riccardo Calafiori as an alternative. The Bologna defender impressed many at the Euros with Italy and could be available for £29 million. However, Tottenham and Juventus are also in the market for his signature. While Euro 2024 attracts attention, Edu and his team work behind the scenes to bring in new reinforcements. The focus is on strengthening key positions to improve performance for the coming seasons. To make strategic signings, Arsenal first need to get rid of several players. With that in mind, Arsenal managed to convince 22-year-old Estonian international Kai Havertz to stay. Havertz, whose contract expired after the 2023-24 season, will now sign a new contract with the club. Havertz spent the latter part of 2021-22 on loan at Reading and made his official debut for Arsenal against Brighton in the Carabao Cup third round in November 2022. Despite making 30 appearances for Estonia, he has played sparingly for the Gunners and is likely to go out on loan next season to gain more experience. With Aaron Ramsdale's potential departure this summer, securing Havertz's future eliminates the need to recruit two goalkeepers in the same transfer window. Although Havertz is expected to extend his stay at Arsenal, the club is still looking to sign another goalkeeper who will serve as Raya's backup. We now have some significant updates on Thomas Partey's situation at Arsenal. Despite a challenging 2023-24 campaign, the 31-year-old came back strongly in the second half of the season, partnering Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. Since the end of the season, Partey has been busy with international duties for Ghana, featuring prominently in victories over Mali and the Central African Republic in June. According to the Mirror, Arsenal have set an asking price for the midfielder, with Saudi Pro League clubs showing interest. It was revealed they would accept a £30 million bid for the midfielder whose contract expires in the summer of 2025. This decision is crucial, making this transfer window important for Arsenal to capitalise financially. Interest in Partey is not limited to the Saudi Pro League. Clubs from all over the world are surrounding the Ghanaian international. Alongside state-backed teams in the Middle East, Fenerbahce are reportedly interested in ending Partey's 4-year spell at Arsenal this summer. With Jose Mourinho appointed as head coach, Fenerbahce are eyeing Premier League talent to challenge Galatasaray for the Turkish Super League title in 2025. Arsenal are among the clubs ready to test Crystal Palace's resolve over defender Marc Guéhi's transfer situation. Former Chelsea star Marc Guéhi has shone since his £18 million move to Selhurst Park 3 years ago. His impressive form earned him a standout performance for England at Euro 2024 against Serbia. Arsenal have reportedly shown initial interest in Guéhi and may begin negotiations by making an offer to Palace for the 23-year-old England international. According to The Telegraph, Palace will demand at least £65 million if Guéhi expresses a desire to leave. Guéhi still has 2 years left on his contract and Palace are optimistic about keeping him, having started discussions over a new deal. The asking price may seem high, so it will be intriguing to see if Arsenal delve deeper into negotiations in the coming weeks. Guéhi's future may take some time to resolve as he remains focused on Euro 2024 with England. However, reports suggest the 23-year-old is willing to leave Selhurst Park this summer. Guéhi looks set to join a bigger club after impressing at Palace and becoming increasingly important to Gareth Southgate's England team. If Guéhi moves to Arsenal, it will be stiff competition for starting duo William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. Arsenal have struggled when one of their defenders is unavailable, making Guéhi an excellent addition. Sporting Lisbon are ready to part ways with Arsenal target Ousmane Diamande for around £51 million, according to reports. Diamande, 20, is a long-term Arsenal target, initially catching the eye during his time at Norwegian club FC Midtjylland. Sporting beat Arsenal to his signature in January last year, and, despite another approach from the Gunners last summer, Sporting turned down the offer. It is now reported that Diamande has a £68 million release clause in his contract, but the Portuguese champions are willing to negotiate for £51 million. According to Ebola, coach Amorim does not consider Diamande to be indispensable, paving the way for a potential sale. Reports also indicate that Sporting are expected to finalise a deal for Anderlecht's Zeno de Beest for €15.5 million, potentially as a replacement for Diamande. Arsenal, linked to the Sporting player, may have gained the upper hand in negotiations as Diamande recently switched agencies to Roof, which also represents Kai Havertz. Roof is actively seeking offers from the Premier League and Bundesliga this summer, so stay tuned to see if Arsenal's interest grows this transfer window.